Hello, love.
Hello, Dave.
You're right. Sorry, love.
Yes. No, that's all right. There we are.
Oh, yeah.
How's it going? Is it okay? Do you want to...
Yeah, I'm fine, darling. Yeah. How are you?
I'm all right, my love.
Good. Good. Right. Shall we say hello and stuff? We'll get going, do you think?
Are we recording?
Yeah, I'm already recording, love.
All right. Here we are.
Fucking...
Hello.
Hello, every fucker.
Hello.
How are we all?
Hello, our audience.
I don't know why I'm asking that. They can't fucking answer, can they? Stupid. Never mind. Ho hum.
But then again, why not? Let's. Sorry, I'll just.
Are you watching the fucking telly again?
Well, it depends what you mean by watching the telly.
Is the telly on?
Well, DVD. I was watching a DVD of a production of a Harold Pinter play from about 1975, I think.
Excellent.
With Barry Foster. Van der Valk.
Oh, Van der Valk, yeah, of course, Christ.
Yeah, Van der Valk. Yeah, that's it.
Eye level.
Van der Valk or Van der Valk, or Van der Valk, however you want to stress it. It was number one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it must have been, yeah. It's a catchy little number, isn't it?
And why the hell was it called Eye Level?
I have absolutely no idea, Will.
It was quite a popular thing for not very good school bands, wasn't it? I seem to remember.
Yeah.
We
did it in Wind Band, certainly.
Yeah, things like Wind Band. Second band, I think.
Second band. This is fucking dynamite stuff already, Will. Just two old men singing the theme tune to Van der Valk.
Less of the old, David. I think middle-aged is fair.
Yeah, okay, all right. Middle-aged.
Let's just not inflate these terms.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
if we're old at 50, then what are we at 80?
Yeah.
Apart from ancient, decrepit, useless, worn out. God.
How's fucking grab the glare or whatever she's called? Read that glare. Mind the glare. Ready to glare.
What are you talking about? You strange man.
Ready to glare. How's she doing? She all right?
She's okay. I can't help thinking though that looking back over her YouTube oeuvre, that she does seem to go. She does seem to go looking on the internet for outrageous things, and then she does YouTube.
Right. So she's deliberately getting annoyed about shit.
Well, kind of, yeah. She's sort of
easy targets, basically.
Well, not necessarily easy targets. Not necessarily obvious, things that everyone's talking about, but things that aren't very hard to find. She'll sort of say, okay, today what's up? She will say, what's up? Oh, she's a love.
Oh, fuck off, William.
Oh, she's a lovely
horse.
She's a teacher. A lovely horse.
It's a song by from Father Ted by the Divine
Father
Comedy.
Ted, my lovely horse, my
lovely horse. You're a pony no more.
Yes, indeed. Not that ponies do grow into horses. Do they?
No, I don't think so, no. Do they? No. Do they?
No, they don't.
Yeah, what's a baby horse called? A calf.
A calf.
No, a foal. A foal.
Exactly, a foal. Any idiot knows that. Now, what is it that mules?
Mules aren't they're just a kind of ass, aren't they? Kind of donkey.
You're an ass.
Thanks, mate. That's mature.
No, you're an ass. No,
No.
you're mature.
You're mature. You're a fucking donkey.
I've got pubes. Where were we?
You were there. I was here.
Yes.
You were talking about fucking Gone Girl or whatever she's called. Ready to play.
Isn't the pony?
Oh, ponies. Yeah, you weren't talking about that. You were talking about ponies.
No, it's on the. Have you read Sapiens by Yuval Noah?
No, it must have passed me by, that one, Will. I don't know how. It sounds fucking great.
Yeah, Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari.
This better be fucking good.
Well, it is. Well, I think it is. Not that that's any guarantee. But you know what defines? I'm not saying this is funny, because it isn't. It's just interesting. What distinguishes species from one another?
I don't know. Are you all right? Are you a little bit drunk?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, just the way you said that made me think you might be a little merry.
No, I wouldn't say merry. No.
Okay.
But what different breeds of cat and dog can what?
Nothing.
They can interbreed, but
They're not gonna, are they?
Eh?
They're not gonna, though, are they? Do dogs shank cats? They don't do that, do they?
No. I was saying, cats.
Oh, I see. Different breeds. Sorry.
Different breeds of cats.
I totally misunderstood you. Sorry.
Different breeds of cats breed with each other,
Yes,
and different
yes.
breeds of dogs
Yes. Right.
breed with each other.
Right.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
you. Got you.
But why, or what would happen if hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, right, so I thought you were frozen.
No.
You were just getting still. But what would happen if, a breed of cat and a breed of dog tried to interbreed? Why doesn't that happen? Why is there still this distinction between cat, dog?
I don't know, Will. Do you know? Are you about to tell me?
Well, that's by this very interesting book by Yohal Shimami.
Got to see this fucking name. Show me.
No, I mean, that is borderline racist, the way I'm deliberately making a joke of his name. Yuval Noah Harari.
Bloody hell. It's worth a lot in Scrabble.
Sapiens.
Right.
A Brief History of Mankind. It's a bit, I don't agree with everything he says.
Right.
But he's got some, So, but anyway, So why cat dog not breed together? Why no cod?
Cog, surely.
Well, it'd be cod.
No.
It?
Why would it be cod?
Or cad.
Why would it be that?
Or
The start of cat, the end of dog.
yeah, or dat.
Well, it's not going to be cod and cad then, is it?
It could be.
No,
or
it
cod.
couldn't. It's not going to end in D, is it? It's going
All right, cog.
Yeah, cog. Or dat.
Yeah, okay. It's not always logical the way that new words are formed.
Not by you today, mate. I can see in your eyes.
You can see what in my eyes.
You're in a little merry place. You're in a slightly pissed place. I can see it.
I deny this. Absolutely.
Nice. What is that you're drinking?
Nothing. Just a
bit of water. Yeah. Well, I thought we should talk about that fucking opera we went to see.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Yes. That opera. Now, but yeah.
It was in a warehouse.
It was in a where?
Not unlike the one we used to work in.
Yeah. I mean, it was in a warehouse. It had received, had it not, a lot of money.
About 32 grand, I think, yeah.
32 grand, yeah.
Maybe more than that. It had, maybe I've made that figure up, but it certainly had it had an orchestra of about 30 musicians, so pro musicians aren't cheap, so yeah.
And there was a proper orchestra, wasn't there? There was about 4 violinists.
Yeah. All
viola players.
All twatting their instrument rather than playing a fucking note. Yeah.
I admired the sort of neutral expression they managed to keep on their faces. I think there was a cello player.
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Or cellist.
He was sat on a plinth, wasn't he?
Yeah, on a plinth, on a sort of playing what seemed like random notes.
Yeah.
Like, no.
And then he'd hit it. He'd hit the strings with his bow, wouldn't he? Right, we've got to start at the start, Will. Because we arrived and we were in a sort of holding pen, weren't we?
Oh,
it had snowed and it was fucking freezing.
Wasn't it? I remember we were given the not the hoods, the pieces of black transparent material.
Yeah, we had to wear black veils to enter the space. Yes. Yeah. As they call it, the space. Yes, we had to wear black veils over our heads. I had a fucking trilby on, so I had to put that on and then put my trilby. Did I put my trilby over it? I can't remember. I did put it over my trilby. So just a fucking man with his cloth hanging down over his face and a trilby on. Yeah.
I remember thinking, midway through the experience, it would be quite a good place, quite a good opportunity to commit murder.
You mean you wanted to kill everyone involved in it, right?
Well, no. It's just that if somebody had collapsed, during the performance, nobody would have done anything because they'd have thought, "Oh, is that part of the performance? I don't know. Maybe."
Yeah, well, I mean, because it started like that, then we went in, and then nothing happened for about 15 minutes, right? We just had to wander around.
Yeah, well, you couldn't be sure when it was going to start, because it was so abstract.
Yeah. Well, basically, we went in.
I feel a bit...
There were a load of trucks, real trucks, not theatrical trucks.
Yeah.
Trucks.
Yeah, without the bit on the front.
Yeah, without the cab or whatever. Yeah,
the cab.
On which were mounted the community cast, right? Who were sort of from the local area or whatever they'd. Okay, so they were sort of saying random shit and doing random movements with their arms and legs, weren't they?
Well, when it started, there was a random shouts from people, weren't there? Oh no, that was later. Well, it was all the way through. What was there? He did not come. That was it. When it started.
Right. So yeah, when it started, go on.
He did not come, or he would not come. I don't know if if there was meant to be a sexual association with that.
No. It was just.
He did not come. He would not come.
Jesus, wasn't it? Jesus wouldn't come, and Lazarus was lying dead on the table, and then there was a woman, Lazarus's missus, Elizabeth, was she called? I can't remember, but she was singing an aria. Which was basically, he did not... I'm giving it a tune. It didn't have a tune.
It didn't have one. No, exactly. That was it.
Yeah. Part of it was... Well, she had a bowl, didn't she, in front of her face?
Oh, yeah, and kept dipping her face, her whole head into the bowl.
Mid-song. So she'd be going... Yeah, and then her head would come out and she'd still be singing a note.
But what? No, come on.
No, it was awful. It deserves every fucking thing it gets. It's the one of I think it's officially the worst thing I've ever said.
No.
Said? Seen.
Officially the worst thing you've ever said?
I think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. And then what happened then? Then a guy arrived, and they were all very good singers, weren't they? They were all talented.
That was the awful thing. That I thought, here and there were moments when there was a sustained note, usually vocally, or there might be one or two on the violin or cello, where you thought, my God, yeah, they're really good. They're really technically talented.
I remember a chord happening once.
Really?
And I went, ooh. And then it went again, about a second later.
And then it went back to...
Well, then, because then it gets worse, doesn't it? Because then we had to go round the corner to a place where we couldn't see anything, if you remember. We were in a sort of... It was behind a truck, and Lazarus appeared from the shuttered entrance, the corrugated entrance that went up, and he walked through it wrapped in bandages like a mummy. And then they had a scene in the middle of the crowd, but they were on the floor, and the crowd were on the floor, so we couldn't see any of it. Do you not remember this? So all I could see was a guy's head right in front of me, and that's all I saw. I had no idea what was going on.
I don't remember a scene with dialogue.
Oh no, not dialogue.
That you could
sung. It was all sung through. Yeah.
It was all no. Oh dear, what's going on? I don't know. Bloody hell! Bloody hell! Bloody hell!
And then the next bit, when we came back round, well, if you remember, there was various scenes happening, and people would sort of appear between us, and we didn't know if they were part of the crowd or they were.
Well, that was it. Yeah, and that was why I thought. That was why I thought it would be a good time to murder someone.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you could easily get away.
Yeah, and then they were sort of chanting mad stuff, weren't they? And saying odd lines here and there. There was another guy, if you remember, there was a bit on the truck where there was like a policeman pointing a gun at someone's head, and he was saying, I'm the N word, wasn't he? Something like that?
Was he?
God, yeah. And then there was another bit where a guy just walked up to us and put his head through a chair and said, I was 6 when it happened. Do you not remember? And I said to you, what, when he first put a chair on his head?
No, I remember this towards the end. The chair on head moment.
Yeah.
And it was something like this. I was 6 when it first happened. And it seemed to be a reference to child abuse.
Yeah. But it came across as when I first stuck my head through a chair.
As just crap. Yeah. As when I was 6 when it first happened.
And then...
But I feel... Yes, go on, Dave.
No, I'm just trying to give the flavour of the whole fucking thing. That, I think, is the point at which you started to chant, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, loudly, and no one noticed, because it could have easily been part of the...
I don't think I was all loud.
You were loud.
I think it was only loud enough for you to hear and laugh at.
It wasn't. It was, and then the last bit was them being pushed around in a boat, right?
Oh, yeah, well,
They went around the whole space in a boat.
Yeah, and we used to wave at them. We didn't,
we didn't flick the
finger salute.
But then, because then they came back round in the boat and Jesus was up on the cross, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was symbolic.
It was bollock. And then...
it was metaphorical.
But then do you remember that fucking guy next to us? I mean, because the audience was a mixture of people looking bewildered and people.
Well, they all seemed to. They were here. They were applauding, weren't they? They were clapping.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? When you get a community cast in, you're going to get their family to come and see it, right? Because they're amateurs and they didn't come and see anything they do. So half of them were fucking bewildered. But then at the very end, when it finished, the guy next to us started cheering and shouted the word.
Well, as I remember, heroes.
Heroes! He shouted.
Heroes! Heroes! Well, and I feel compelled to say, and why not?
Because it was bollocks. What had they done that was heroic? They were just putting on a play. I mean, even if it had been a great play, they're not heroes, are they?
Yeah, he had that hero. Maybe he meant heroes in the sense that almost nobody would appreciate this, but I do. And the few of us here who are applauding, which seems to be almost everyone, we appreciate you, so that's heroic.
I'm always thinking of you. Well, when I'm clapping on a Thursday, I'm ready for you, mate. I'm always thinking of you. I'm just like...
Oh, did you?
Oh, there's Will. He's doing his bit. How's it going, mate?
Right.
Yeah?
I must say, I don't feel at all heroic.
No.
If I thought I was in any danger of actually dying, I'd be out of there like a scalded cat. Yeah. the James Bond film. You have strong feelings about this, don't you?
Yeah, I can't stand them.
Well, have you read any of the books?
No, I haven't. I must continue.
Hence your strong feelings. Yeah, well done. Have a biscuit. What about the films? Have you seen any of them?
Yes, I've seen lots of them, especially when I was a kid. I had to sit through all the Roger Moore ones, which I thought were absolute shite from start to finish.
Well, you had to.
Because there were 3 channels, and what's on a James Bond film, right? We'll sit through that then,
Well, you could have gone and done something creative on your own.
Well, I was a kid, so you do what your family are doing, don't you? You sit there. You don't just go, "Oh, fuck you, I'm off." When you're 8, do you?
Well, you don't have to use that sort of language, but you could have gone and made yourself a little jigsaw. Played Scrabble.
I was obsessed with jigsaws when I was a kid.
Tried to hide your glasses.
Yeah, tried to hide my glasses. Let's not forget that.
You did that once, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I hated them.
I hid them under the school mobile.
I did. I hated them so much. Yeah, I hid them under this bloody porter cabin, and then my brother found them, bless him, and brought them into the class and said, "Oh, Dave's lost his. I found them for him," and I wanted to fucking kill him. I was like, trying to get rid of them.
I did the same thing with my trousers.
You what? You took your trousers off and tried to hide them?
James Bond.
James Bond, right? Yes.
Yes. Now, who was the best Bond?
Apart
from the imaginary.
I hate them all. I guess.
So even a particular.
I tell you what. I tell you what I hate most about it, and this is the thing that really pisses me off about it. And I think it's the thing, that bugs me. It's the quips. It's not.
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
What? Shocking.
Yeah.
When he's electrocuted the bloke in the bar.
I find it.
Shocking.
I find it totally distancing. I'm sort of into it and I'm enjoying it, and then that happens, and I think, oh yeah, this is bollocks. I get alienated by it every time it happens. I get sucked out of the drama and into a world of quips. No one, after electrocuting someone, says shocking. And I know it doesn't have to be realistic. It's a film, but it's trying to be realistic-ish, and then suddenly it isn't, and I find it really irritating. Yeah, and I hate it. Shocking, yeah. And there's loads, aren't there? And especially that Roger Moore period. That's the worst period.
Oh, but that's...
No, they're shit.
What do you mean, no? You're forbidding me to like...
Yeah, I am. They're awful.
The Roger Moore Bond film.
He's terrible.
Oh, it's wonderful. But it's wonderful in that way that it is a parody.
Yeah. It's high camp, basically, isn't it?
Well, yes, it's very camp and that, I mean, not being snobbish at all. He is a more convincing public school.
Well, he might be that, but he's a less convincing real human being, isn't he?
But he's a less convincing sadistic bastard.
True. Even the stunts are shit. Like that there's that great stunt, isn't there, in whichever one it is, where the car is coming along, it hits that curvy bridge.
Oh, and goes
over.
Does a twist.
And it's amazing. And it lands, and the fucking sound effect is whoop, in a slide whistle. It's a
slide whistle,
It's fucking awful. Why did they do that to it?
Well, but I remember that at the age of 4.
It's a great moment, and why?
I remember seeing it at the age of 4 and sort of laughing along with it with my mum.
I know, but
so don't diss my mum, bitch.
Are you dissing my mum?
If you diss Roger Moore as James Bond,
you're
dissing my mum. And I think there's a whole YouTube channel to be done about that.
Nice.
Yo. Ready to glare? What's up? Yo, what's up? I'm really pissed about this guy who killed a person. He killed
such an easy thing to be pissed off about. She sounds rubbish. I haven't actually watched any since you told me about it. I should do, really. You just fancy her, Will. That doesn't mean that she's
No,
good.
I don't.
Of course you fucking do. Is she alive and breathing? Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I think she's...
Don't give me that bullshit.
I think she's worth, like to give her pause.
You'd like to give her something.
I don't
I don't think it's
know.
pause, I'll be honest.
No, I don't know. I'd just like to have an evening out with her.
Oh, where would you take her?
Well, they are. No! That was what you want me to say, isn't it?
Right. I thought we should talk about Sidesplode.
Sidesplode.
Go on.
Sidesplode. What are we to say? Well, it was what was it? Macbeth, wasn't it? It was to introduce.
We were doing Macbeth.
Macbeth to
A school audience. Yeah.
It was a varied school audience.
Yes. There were a mixture of schools there. Yeah.
Yeah, and we seem to get the. I mean, they were. Okay. I mean, it's a reasonable thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
To get.
Is, yeah.
You know, not to mix in the pupils with learning. Why are you laughing, Dave?
Sorry. Go on.
Pupils with learning disabilities, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. Special educational needs.
Yeah, they were. I mean, now this is. Oh dear. I mean, how do you. I mean, most of the schools or colleges that they came from seem to be all. They seemed not to have what we might call
Special needs.
learning difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your group. I think I don't remember having them. I think you had them.
Yeah, well, we were all put together and told to I don't know, do something with them. Do a bit of drama and get them to do something with them.
Yeah.
And a teacher was with us. Anyway, so what was the scene we'd been doing? The scene where Macbeth and Banquo meet the witches.
Oh, yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah. Yeah, just like that. Shakespeare wrote it just like that.
And so we all got into our groups, and I remember I said, okay, so when Macbeth and Banquo meet the witches, what are they feeling? You know, when they understand what's being said to them, what are they feeling? And this little lad, you know, at my side, said what sounded to me like Sidesplode. And I couldn't quite make out what he said, but I said, so what's that? And he said, Sidesplode. And I still couldn't quite get it. And I said, okay, sorry, what's that again?
I can't.
Sidesplode! And I was very aware that if I said, okay, let's move on to something else, it might have a sort of comedic beat to it. I really wasn't looking for laughs.
Did you want to ask him again?
Yes! I just wanted to have about, an hour with him where I could say, okay, what do you mean? What, Sidesplode? What does that mean? Even if he just kept saying Sidesplode. Anyway, I'm glad that someone's got some amusement out of it.
It's because it happened to you. That's what.
Well, what would you have done?
I mean, as we know, Will, you're not very good at hearing things anyway.
Hang on, as we know, I'm not good at hearing.
No, you're not. You've got oral dyslexia. We've established that.
Sonic dyslexia, I think.
Sonic. All right. Sorry.
I've got quite good. I can hear quite, quite little sounds. Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
So for it to happen to you, mind you, the teacher said he didn't understand what the hell he was going on about either, didn't he?
I did say, oh, okay, we'll talk about that later, and moved on to someone else. Unfortunately, the little lad didn't seem to remember it. But then walking away afterwards, I said to the teacher who was with us, I said something along the lines of, do you know what he said? What the fuck was all that? I didn't. I said, was it Sidesplode? And he said, I don't know, was it something like explored?
Oh, bless
And I
him.
thought,
Bless his
but
little
maybe
heart.
he was trying to express something
Yeah.
that he couldn't, and all he had was some twat making a joke about it 20-something years later with his mate on a podcast which didn't even exist in the 2000s. Oh well.
Oh,
Maybe he's made a gag out of it now.
yeah, maybe. And there's this. Yeah, he's at home now telling that story.
And I said, Sidesplode. This fucking twat. He didn't know what I was on about. So I said it again. Sidesplode. And I could see the panic in his eyes. So I said it again. Sidesplode. I could have gone on forever. What a fucking idiot. Is that okay?
What I have been doing this week, Will, is I've started a bit of online dating.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? How's it going?
Yeah. The highlight of my tenure on it so far was yesterday when I got a like from this woman whose profile said, "My face sells my vagina."
Okay. Have you responded?
No, I've not. Because, A, what the fuck does that mean?
My face sells...
my vagina.
That does sound a bit prostitute-y, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, A, no. It's a weird thing to say. It doesn't make any sense. B,
No.
it made me worry about the state of her vagina.
I thought you were going to say about the state of her mind.
No. Because the face was not, I mean,
What her face? What was her face like?
pretty minging.
When you say me...
Do you mean, would she have done for you? Well, yes.
No, I mean, I mean, it's all very subjective and...
Yeah.
What?
No. Yeah, just not for me, Will. We'll say that, shall we? Someone out there will be bowled over by her witticism. I'm sure.
But she's on .com.
Yeah.
And she'll post things like that.
Oh, you think that's a good thing, don't you? It was fucking weird, man.
Well, it's low self-esteem.
Oh,
It's a good place to start.
You shouldn't have low self-esteem. You're great.
Low self-esteem because you're worthless.
Because you're worthless.
Not original. Not original.
I have it. I like it. I am enjoying it.
But what? So have you not replied to her?
Have I? Fuck. What would I say to that? What would you like me to say? Oh, I tell you what. If I do reply, I'll say no, not for me, but my friend is up for it.
Well, yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
I mean, it sounds like she's got a good sense of humour.
It doesn't at all. It sounds like she's fucking mental. She sounds like a fucking lunatic. Why would you put that up on somewhere where strangers are going to see it?
Well, yeah, okay, it's a bit wild, it's out there, but, maybe you've reached that stage where you just think, fuck.
You just think, fuck it. Do you think? Yeah.
You think, fuck, who needs me? And then, maybe somebody out there will pick up on that and think, yeah, I like that.
Really?
Yeah, you're cool. Yeah, you're cool, baby, in a weird American sort of way.
I mean, at least she's not beating about the bush. Literally, I suppose, in this case. Fucking hell.
Literally, careful with that adverb.
I will be, darling. Don't you worry.
But who? What was her name? What did she say?
I cannot remember her name, and I'm not going to say her name, am I?
No.
But that was it. I mean, not even, I like whatever. I'm into reading and gardening, and I love folk music, and my face sells my vagina. Nothing. Just the last bit.
Oh, she said my face sells my vagina.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck.
but it's kind of...
What? It's kind of mad. It's a mad thing to say.
It's kind of mad, but it's kind of sweet.
In what way is it sweet? Go on.
Kind of sort of cuddly and sort of, I go out there and I want someone and,
What do you think she means by that?
I think she might have just written it as a,
judge me by my face.
I think she might have written it as a sort of mad, possibly drunk or on drugs.
See, it is mad.
Well, yeah, but it might express something within herself, a need.
You're making me feel bad again now, you bastard.
Hey?
You're making me feel bad now again for laughing at her.
Set up a date with her.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because I don't fancy her. I've already said this. She was minging. What do you think she means by it? Like, judge me by my face rather than just trying to get in my pants? Do you think that's what she's saying?
Yeah, I think she's sort of desperately lonely and.
Oh, Will, don't make me feel bad, you cunt.
Well, no, I think she's desperately lonely and would probably be quite. Maybe she'd even go to a club or a pub and be picked up or pick someone up and. Just sounds like she's really lonely and that sex is a way for her to feel less lonely. And it's okay for me because sex on my own is a way to feel less lonely that I've been doing for about 30 years.
Oh, William.
But I don't want other people to feel lonely. But you apparently are in the business of...
I mock the lonely.
Well, I hope you're proud of yourself.
Very. I've not come out of this episode well, have I?
Billy's all right, is he?
Yeah, I think he's on some new.
Well, because he drank some bleach, like disinfectant or something last time.
Yeah. I think that it was a kind of a cry for help, or an aggressive demand for attention, whichever way you like to. But here he is with the. Hi, Billy. All right? Yeah. Right. Now, what I'd like to say this week, of course, it had to happen, didn't it? About the politically correct elites, liberals, always get their hands on everything, don't they? Now, even saying it about the old coronavirus, yeah? They're saying it's racist, isn't it? You believe that? They're saying it's racist. They're saying the blacks and the Asians. Yeah, the blacks and the Asians, and they're saying it's going after them. You see, even on that level. I mean, it's so small you can't see the bloody things. And also, what makes me laugh, right? They're saying it's racist, but it's Chinese. It's fucking Chinese. It's what are they? Asian? They're Asians as well, aren't they? It's mad. What we're looking at here is absolute pig ignorance and fanaticism. It's all these things you can't say anymore. Even diseases. Like you can't talk about the sleeping sickness anymore, because if you say someone had sleeping sickness back in the 1920s, whenever it was, and Robert De Niro done his film about them, then they'll say, oh no, you can't say that because sleeping implies that you're not woke. Because you've got to be woke now, haven't we? We've all got to be politically woke. Right. I mean, there's so many things I can't say. You just can't say now. I mean, there's a lot of things I can't say because I don't know the words or the concepts. I mean, that's a different matter. inarticulacy can aggravate antisocial behaviour personality tendencies, because expression is an important part of psychological shit and getting it off your fucking chest and whatnot, yeah? I mean, like, with this disease, they're saying, it's going to kill everyone, we've got to keep everything shut. Well, like my dear old mum, she was always getting the flu, always getting it, and she lived to be 93. She committed suicide. I mean, I didn't say she was happy, did I? But fucking terrible being ill all the time. But anyway, that's all I've got to say at this time. I think it's important that somebody comes and says this stuff, because otherwise it'll only be, all over the internet and in about 70% of the newspapers, and and we're effectively living in a police state. And believe me, that is one thing I can definitely advise against, is a police state. Yeah, right state. Yeah, fucking play on words, wasn't it? Well, I've got some business to attend to now, and yes, it is essential, and I will inform the local constabulary of that, should they wish to take the matter up with me. All right?
Yeah, thanks, Billy.
Thanks, Billy.
Thanks, Billy.
Lovely. That's marvellous. Yeah, it's good to see him back to his old.
Yeah. So they must have sorted him out of the hospital, yeah.
Yes, I think. Well, it's possibly just the bleach. I think he might have been trying to build up tolerance to it. I don't think we got the full story of it last time.
No. Okay.
Anyway, it looks as if he's back on the loose.
Yeah, good. Well, there you go.
Well, there we are.
Yeah.
Now, hair sniffing.